Thank you everybody for joining us today. Just introductions to start. I'm Ben, founder and CEO of Arise Hotel Marketing. We've got Matheus today who's going to be presenting around AI and what that means in terms of SEO, particularly with the hotel market. Before we kind of get into the meat of it, just to give you a bit of an idea about us, you may or may not have heard of us. Arise Hotel Marketing, and we have quite a simple vision really. Our vision is to help others arise. Whether that's kind of hotels growing their direct bookings or individuals like yourself kind of growing in their knowledge and confidence in the marketing sphere. So after more than a decade of marketing hotels, we want to kind of show what we know, kind of give that away to you, give you actionable insights that you can take away and implement. So kind of like moving on to today's topic, we all know kind of the huge role that search plays in how hotels reach guests and how guests find hotels. But search really is kind of changing very quickly. It currently feels like AI is everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. It's a bit of a buzzword, and it really is kind of shaking things up, especially in digital marketing. So hotels like yourselves really need to be ahead of this curve to increase the visibility across all of your channels. And that's where GEO, or Generative Engine Optimisation, to give it its full name, comes into play. And when you kind of mix that in with your SEO strategy, things can work really well, but they can get very tangled too. So today we're going to try and untangle that for you, give you a clear breakdown and just a practical way forwards with some actionable steps, so you can get stuck in things straight away and get ahead of that curve. So today we've got Matheus, who is our search specialist here at Arise, who is going to walk you through a presentation on exactly what GEO is, how it complements your SEO, and how you can start putting steps into place to increase your visibility. As I say, Matheus is going to present. We'll then kind of have time for questions at the end. So kind of make a note of those, ready to ask when we get there. Yeah, without further ado, we'll kind of get over to Matheus. I will shift out of the way.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us. As Ben said before, I'm Matheus. I work with Arise since almost 2 years now. So yeah, today we're going to talk about something that's already reshaping how guests discover hotels, the shift from traditional SEO to GEO or AI search. There's a lot of names for it, but yeah. By the end of this season, you will understand what's changing and what's isn't, and exactly what you should be doing right now to stay ahead and just to adapt to this new, let's say, era of AI. So yeah, AI basically is not coming, it's already here. So every month we see 2 billion people seeing like AI generated results on Google. So nearly half of the travels are using AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity to research or plan trips. And this means a lot in terms of how guests are finding hotel and how this is shifting like the market as well. So people, they're no longer scrolling through the blue links on Google, but they are getting like curated suggestion style answers from the AIs. So here's like a good question about what's actually changing. Here's like just an important thing that we need to really make clear. SEO is not dead. Google hasn't disappeared. So basically what's happening is like SEO is being adapted to the new era of AI. So basically what's happening is that AI has become like, let's say, a second discovery engine, and people still use Google. So they nowadays use Google and AIs as well. So we are not replacing SEO, we are just expanding it. So we are adapting to it and just discovering a way to make like people find hotels website and in AIs when they interact with it. So here's just a quick, simple overview about traditional SEO and GEO or AI-ready SEO. In SEO, we optimize for search engines, basically. And in GEO, we optimize for the AI model. And this is captured like interactions differently. So in traditional SEO, users basically they use like search engines as Google, Bing, Yahoo, and other stuff. They're browsing, comparing options, and then clicking through it. And you still have like work with rankings, meta descriptions, site expertise, and it still matter. In terms of GEO, it captures user asking AI tools for recommendations. This is like a kind of new behavior people is having when searching for something. So they are asking questions and trusting like AI to filter options. So your content structure, authority, and clarity matter more than ever. Of course, this is still, like, as I said, is an adaptation between like traditional SEO and the new era of search. So here's like spreadsheet with like some visual differences from traditional SEO and the GEO. So this is more about like in the left side, as you can see, we have the old SERPs and the old way people used to researching things. So in terms of user input, like we used to focus like in short keywords. As an example, we have here, like when we are optimizing a site for SEO, we use like luxury hotel in cost words, for example. And now in the AI era, people just ask more like natural questions. So one example here is what is the best luxury hotel in cost word for a couple and kids? And then this is changed a lot when AI answer these questions. This is just like Google AI overview, and what's different, like in the left side, we can see the traditional SEO with the blue links, and in the right side, we can see the AI search with GEO. So we can see clearly that AI give us like a curated answer for the same topic, just showing us like different options, some citations as well. So here as well, again, just to go through the AI overview. So it summarizes appears at the top of search, as everyone probably knows already. This is full information from a multiple source, and that's why you need to be really focused in content at the moment. So what are large language models? What are LLMs, and how does it interact with users? So basically here I brought like 3 examples of the main LLMs we have. So ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. And then I just brought it here because yesterday I was like checking one by one to finish the presentation. And I thought it was really interesting to bring you guys how any of them interacts differently with users. So basically, when we ask a question for ChatGPT, it's like more conversational questions and get more detailed source answers. In terms of the Perplexity, it asks natural language questions and concise and cited answers. In terms of the Gemini, it combines a lot of web knowledge with reasoning to provide context-aware responses. So any of the AIs or the language models you use, you're gonna have like different answers for it. What does it mean for hotels, and what's the impact on the hotel bookings and people searching for hotels? So this is the biggest shift for hotels, like how users behave through the booking and purchase journey. So in the traditional SEO, we have like Google search, uh, people clicking your website, browse to the options, make inquiries, touch points. And normally it takes like at least 5 times to someone to book something before after like arriving on your website. In terms of AI search, this is more accurate, let's say. So people ask ChatGPT or Google AI for recommendations, gets like 3 or 4 hotel mentions, picks one, go directly to the site, and this is in terms of touch points, maybe just one visit before inquiring. So, or making a reservation. So in traditional journey, like we have a dozen of touch points, while AI journey, we normally have like 1 or 2 touch points. So gets the good thing about it, the good thing about AI, it's like guess they arrive in your website already pre-sold. So you get fewer visits sometimes, but like high quality visits. So what should we do now? Here I'm gonna break down the presentation basically in 5 pillars. So what can we do is just look for topical authority, chunking or making like content AI readable, being citation worthy for AIs, third part trust signals, and the old and good technical SEO. So let's go through each one of these topics from now, and then we can clarify each of them. So the first one is the establish on-brand topical authority. So what's topical authority? So this is like, let's say a website recognizes expertise and comprehensive coverage of specific subject areas. So hotel that win in GEO nowadays are the ones that are the authority in the area. Here, I'm gonna give you like a small example. So if you are a hotel in Bath, for example, you should be authority in some topics related to best things to do in Bath, best restaurants in Bath, or surrounding our areas, best spa breaks in Bath, best family weekends in Bath, and this normally builds like trust with search engines and with AI as well. This is like another comparison between the traditional SEO and GEO. Here I brought like a topic that is really, really important for traditional SEO. What's the domain authority? In traditional SEO, we can do everything related to optimization, but if you don't have like a domain authority, and normally we take a lot of time to rank your website. So some of the things that influence a domain authority, they are the age of domain, quantity and quality of backlinks, and overall site health as well. In terms of AI search, we have like the opportunity to explore the topical authority and compete with like websites that have like a really strong domain authority. So specifically here, in terms of topical authority, is how strong like your website is about topics that guests they care about. So AI relies much more on topical expertise than domain authority. Of course, domain authority it still matters for SEO in general. So having like a mix of both, like domain, topical authority, and technical SEO would be really helpful to rank your website in AI as well. So next one is what impacts topic authority. Content deep, relevance and accuracy, EEAT signals. So basically here, this is more about like content, consistent content, internal linking, real world expertise, reviews, press mentions, helpful long-term content as well. So all the signals to AI is basically we are saying to AI like this hotel knows about what the hotel is talking about. So how can we establish this topical authority? So we use approach called content cluster for it. What we do is just we build like clusters of related content. So one main page, for example, spa hotel in Dorset. So we can support it with blog posts like best spa treatments in Dorset, what to pack for a spa break in Dorset, romantic spa weekend in Dorset, and things like that. So AI loves like content cluster. The next pillar for AI is optimized for chunk retrieval. So what's chunk retrieval? So we call it chunking, and this means writing content in small and well-defined sections. AI doesn't read big paragraphs, so it reads content in chunks. So when the content is broken into clear blocks, AI quotes it more easily. How to optimize for chunking? So when writing for it, we need to consider some points. Chunk effectively use like strong headers, short sections, clear definitions, and a lot of lists as well. So when you're writing, just consider like logical information and a really good structure in your content would be help AI a lot to understand what you're talking about. So in this slide, I just brought like a comparison about what else we can do when writing. So chunk retrieval answer really it's really different when we are writing like content for traditional SEO. As you can see here, we have in the left side an example of content for traditional SEO that we used to have a main topic, write about it, like write a lot of paragraphs, then break it down, bring more information, things like that. And in the right side, we have like what we do nowadays in terms of content for the AIs. So we now use a lot of headers, and also we try to break the content a little bit more than we used to do before. So feel free to use a lot of headers structure. As many headers you have, better for the content. Also, another thing that helps a lot is add like FAQ questions to make like it easy to AIs to retrieve relevant information. So the next pillar is like optimize the content for citation worth as well. What's like citation in AI search? So this is like a direct clickable link to a web page that AI use as source when generating its answers. So just like think this like a journalist when they see it like an article. So AI, they like to see it like sources as well. So to be cited, your content need to be or must to have like factual, trustworthy, original, clear, and up-to-date content. So if you want your hotel mentioned in AI result, you must give like AI something worth quoting basically. So how to optimize for citation worthiness? Hotels can be cited when they publish data, guidelines, unique expertise about some topic, and real recommendations. So use specific in up-to-date data, verifiable claims, and fact-based statements, not just like vague generalities. Include like author bios, dates, and credentials for EAT signals, like the most important things we can do when trying to get like citated by AIs. The fourth pillar is the growth, the authority of your website using like third-party signals. So AI models, they validate your trust across the web, not just your website. So good signals can include like press coverage, TripAdvisor profiles, good Google profiles, guest reviews, local tourism links, and social media engagement as well. So these all reinforce that your hotel is real, reliable as well. Here we going through the technical SEO, the old and good technical SEO. For AI, like we are still learning what it likes and what it not like. So you still need to have like a strong technical SEO. And we just discovered that the AI depends a lot on the structured data. So when optimizing your website, try to use the most of you can in terms of structure schema markups. So what that's it. This is basically a snip of code that helps search engines and traditional SEO as well to understand your content. And why does it matter? So AI tools, they prioritize search with clear structured information. So here's like some things we should to implement in your website, hotel website. So hotel schema, we have like experience with a lot of clients when they come to us. They have a lot of FAQ on the pages, but they don't use like FAQ schema codes. What make a really big difference when we are talking about structured data, and even nowadays when we are talking about AI. So you can add as well like review, rating schemas, and organizational schemas. So here's like just an AI action plan that I made for you guys. So it's a quick checklist about the actions you can make and the reasons. So I will start with this first ones that add to reload the blog post sections to the main page. This is post like top authority by connecting commercial pages or like room pages in hotel websites with supporting blog content. As I said before, add FAQs to the all main page you can have. This is include like blog pages. Many people they don't do it, but you can add like FAQs in each page. We were testing with a lot of clients, like add FAQs in the room page for hotels, blog pages. And since we started to do it, we started to check a rise in terms of AI interactions with those pages. So implement, as I said before, implement missing structured data and schemas. This helps like AI better to interpret your pages by adding machine-readable context. Refresh key content and optimize the structure for AI citations. Get links and mentions across reputable domains. Add improvements and breadcrumbs to all pages. This really helps as well AIs to understand the structure of your website and the flow of it. So it helps a lot as well. And the last is review the internal linking and anchor text. So in strength topical connections between like pages, adding both like SEO and AI chunk helps like the comprehensions for accurate retrieval. I think that's the main things from my side. I'd like to thank you guys to participate of the webinar. We're gonna open now for someone who has any questions.
So yeah, thanks, Matheus, for that. Yeah, we've got, as Matheus says, like, we're going to open up for questions. I can see one on the chat already. It's a question you knew was coming, kind of how do you measure GEO?
Yeah, we have like some ways to tracking it. So basically we already have some information we can pull from Google Analytics. Also, you can use like some SEO trackers as well, that they are already able to track interactions from the AI. So SEMrush has it, Ahrefs as well has like some ways to measure it. So normally we do like basically as we do with traditional SEO, but just like, of course, filtering for AI.
Yeah, thank you for that. That was really interesting. So I work at the Queen's Hotel in Leeds, and we've basically opened a new restaurant this year. However, whenever I sort of look at the Queen's on AI platforms, it always talks about the old restaurant, which was closed down. What can I do to sort of change that?
This is like related to the, do you have any pages related to the old restaurant, to the website you have on?
It's a bit tricky because the restaurant that we used to have was part of a chain, so they still have a website that's active. But then the new restaurant that we've got is also part of a chain, which is quite well known. So it's, yeah, in terms of sort of competing with it's not a brand new website that's competing with one that's been live for a while. So yeah, I just don't really know what to do, because obviously it's not great when it's giving wrong information.
Yeah, I think like the idea would be like start creating pages for the new restaurant. And as I said, you can create like some content cluster related to this new restaurant. And once the old restaurant is part of the chain, it's hard to say. I don't think you should like link the restaurant from your website or anything like that. But just, yeah, try to build like some authority for the new restaurant using your website, and do like what we normally do with traditional SEO, try to find some good links. And then with the time, of course, SEO is like a long-term stuff. You're not gonna have your new restaurant ranking like tomorrow, for example, for AIs or even like to traditional SEO. It's just like do like a consistent SEO work around like this new restaurant, and try to be like authority, as I said before, and link the new restaurant to your hotel. So I think that's the main approach you should do.
So would that be sort of creating, because that was another question I had in terms of the whole topical authority and how to improve that. Would that come from sort of creating blog posts on my own website, or would it be linking other blog posts from other websites? What's sort of the best way to go about improving that?
Yeah, you can do both basically. You can create blog posts and link to the new restaurant. You can find like other people that can write blog posts, like journals or other magazines or things like that, talking about your new restaurant, and then link to your website, like the pages you create, I believe, like to the new restaurants in your website. So you can use like both approach, like doing this in-house and looking for like some PR that can try to promote your restaurant externally as well. So I think both could like help you to run for the new restaurant.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I think as Matheus was saying, really, I think SEO and GEO do overlap a lot. There are differences, but I think the core principle has always been for me that the more evidence you can provide on what's true, the more that Google has to go on, the more the AI engines have to go on. So if you can put more evidence out there that, you know, this is the new hotel, new restaurant for the hotel, that should eventually outweigh the old information, in theory.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Does AI today, or do you think in the future, will start, featuring price points for hotels?
Not really sure about it, to be fair. It's a good question.
It's a bit of a crystal ball kind of question, isn't it? As many of these are, but I think obviously I know kind of a lot of any technology is going to get monetized. Let's be honest about that. So I think definitely there's going to be paid recommendations through a lot of the AI engines that are planned for some of them planned for 2026. In terms of kind of specific prices for hotels and stays, probably at some point, I would think. But again, it's following the principles. The more structured data you can provide on your price points, you're kind of ready for that when it comes. Well, I'll just kind of ask one last question to Matheus. So I was thinking kind of with that list of actionable points, if people should just kind of pick one thing, take one thing away and just pick one thing to do based on what we've heard today, what would you choose?
FAQs. Yeah, straight away. FAQs is something that people doesn't really pay attention, even like in traditional SEO. And it was always like a quick win. Many clients account that I've worked like in the past, when they come to us, like as I said, they come with the FAQs, but the schema codes, they're not there. And when we implement it, and of course we rework like in the questions and answers we have there, it quickly starts to rank for like really relevant keywords. So if I could choose like something to do like straight away for a client that doesn't have it in the website properly, I'll choose like FAQs.
Well, I think, yeah, again, I think for me, it's following that broader principle, isn't it? That actually this is something that will benefit AI, it will benefit Google, but at the end of the day, it benefits humans who want to know, are you dog friendly, for example?
Yeah, you cover everything basically in terms of SEO, like AI, SEO, traditional SEO, and even like what your guests are looking for as well.
Yeah, so that's probably just kind of a good tip to take away. If you kind of implement one thing, that's kind of some low-hanging fruit, really. Go away, write some FAQs and get them added and see what changes. Great, I know.
Sorry, one more question. So from start to finish, if you were to work on a hotel website to make it kind of AI GEO friendly, how long does it take?
I think it depends of the case, and it depends of the structure of the website or anything. But like to start to see like improvements, I would say like 4 months, maybe. Do you think?
I mean, it's very, very similar again to kind of traditional SEO in that it's obviously never a one-shot thing. You can obviously do a project to kind of work through and make the main sort of improvements. But you need to be feeding content. You need to be constantly reviewing and updating content. So it is an ongoing process. There are changes you can make that you will see a difference within days. But for see the real trends and the real growth, 3 to 6 months probably as a minimum. Great. So as I say, with kind of these kind of webinars, or any kind of call, it's usually when you hang up that all the great questions come into your head. So we have got email addresses on the screen there, just in case you kind of want to reach out. We're happy to answer anything that comes up, or anything you kind of want to challenge. Please do get in touch. Brilliant. Well, again, thank you to Matheus for sharing today. Thank you to all you guys for joining. It's been a really good session. Really hope it's been useful to you moving forwards. As I say, no session covers absolutely everything. But if there are points you want to sort of reach out on, we do encourage you to get in touch and kind of start a conversation. Taking out that email address. Again, just a huge thanks to Matheus for sharing his knowledge, and thank you to everyone for joining. Thank you very much.